I see.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Know the voting session's been delayed about an hour. Floor session ran a little long, but that's okay. We are ready to get started for Monday, February 8th, 2021, voting list number 2. Everyone has it in the attached amendment packet. I'm going to assume that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go to House Bill 328, please.
Okay. House Bill 328 is about abandoned property and notice requirements. The bill requires notification to a holder of abandoned property valued between $0 and $5,000 by first class mail, and abandoned property valued at more than $5,000 by certified mail receipt requested.
Let me go to the Vice Chair, please. Madam Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We had some discussions about this, and I think that I would move unfavorable on the bill. I'm just not satisfied that a real problem was identified. So motion is for an unfavorable.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the unfavorable motion for House Bill 328?
Sorry, this is
Delegate Queen.
Sorry. So the amendments that were offered weren't acceptable. Sorry about that.
Which amendment are we talking about?
I thought there were amendments going to be offered to say if it was a certain amount, it could be sent by postal mail. Is this the one about sending stuff about the abandoned property? If it was a certain amount, it could be sent by postal mail and something else? If it
Yes,
was
we
more-
never,
Yes.
You never
we've never
received
received any amendments.
Okay.
Anyone
Understood.
else? If not, Madam Vice Chair.
Motion, I'm sorry, yes, on unfavorable.
Gotcha. Delegate Brooks.
Aye on unfavorable.
Delegate Fisher.
Yes.
Delegate Queen.
Yes.
Delegate Turner.
Yes.
Delegate Rogers.
Yes on the unfavorable.
Delegate Carey.
Yes.
Delegate Jackson.
Yes.
Delegate Pippy.
Yes on the unfavorable.
Delegate Mouts.
Yes, sir. On the unfavorable.
Delegate Wilson.
Yes, on the unfavorable.
Delegate Impalaria.
Yes.
Delegate Branch.
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama.
Aye.
Delegate Walker.
Yes.
Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Delegate Adams.
Aye.
Delegate Arentz.
Yes.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
Aye.
Delegate Crosby.
Aye.
And Delegate Watson.
Aye.
Motion carries for House Bill 328. Let's try House Bill 345, please.
House Bill 345 from Delegate Charkoudian, very similar to a bill that was passed last year to the Senate. She's brought the same bill in this year with 2 amendments. I can try to share a screen. And where is that? Here we go. So this is the amendment. Number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 takes the bill and requires a submission to say whether the gas company has made every reasonable effort to expeditiously address factors that delayed the relocation of the gas service regulators, and they commit to doing so in a timely manner. And then if the commission orders an order that actually has a condition, the order has to include the conditions. But if the commission disapproves the gas company's plan, the company has to refile within 60 days. Otherwise, this is the same bill we had last year dealing with replacing mercury gas regulators.
Move the amendment. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, that works. Is there a
Yeah.
second?
Second.
Any discussion on the amendment? If not, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
I was about to say, we
Aye.
have to mute ourselves so I can hear you. All those opposed say nay. The amendment carries. Is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Discussion? If not,
Mr. Chair, Delegate Aaron.
Delegate Aaron's.
I was reading through the notes here quickly. It said back in 2003 that they got a rate increase to do this. The PSC, and subsequently they quit, and then we had the explosion. Is there anything in this bill to preclude them getting another rate increase because of the actions of this bill?
Can I answer that question, Mr. Chair?
Sure, please. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, so.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Chair.
No, I was gonna
There
say the
is
same thing.
actually, the rate increase in 2003 was actually to replace the mercury regulators, not to move regulators outside of buildings. The recommendation to move regulators outside of buildings came from the NTSB report. The investigation that PSC did over the last summer was about the 2003 rate increase that they got that they never followed through on, that they didn't finish. And so there's sort of two parallel, somewhat related, but they're not the same. They're not the exact same solution to the problem. So that's the connection between the two. The short answer to your question, though, is no, there's nothing here that prevents them from getting a rate increase. And in fact, it's flexible. So they actually could do this as part of stride.
Okay. The other question I had is that these guys have been sued for millions and millions of dollars over this. And I'm wondering just, why are we protecting them? Because now we're coming in and saying it's okay, you can be sued. Apparently they can afford this. You would think if my business was being sued, I would have taken action, but they're going to allow it to fall back on the PSC to say that, okay, you've been sued, so we're going to cover this one too. And that's a little bit problematic for me. And I think the other part of this, Delegate, was that I thought that the Baltimore Gas and people were working on this already. So I'm wondering why we're fixing a problem they know they have and they haven't addressed it, even after the millions and millions of dollars they've given out in wrongful death.
So there's three different things in what you just said. Washington Gas was sued, they settled, it's confidential, so we don't know what the details are. Frankly, I think that we ought to, at some point, address legislation to increase civil liabilities related to the issue that you just described. It's just the cost of doing business to have these explosions and then settle. But that's a separate issue. The question about BG&E, they don't have an ongoing plan to do this, but they do agree that it's best practice to do this. And when they do new construction or install new meters, they do put them outside. So I think that's probably what you're thinking of there. So this is taking an NTSB recommendation to FSMA and saying we're making it the requirement in Maryland that that this has to be done on a proactive basis, not just when new mercury regulators are installed.
Okay, and this couldn't be done with, I talked to somebody, a methane type detection system where they know they have a problem,
Right.
and they could replace it.
Yes.
That wasn't ready yet as of last year anyway.
In this year too. So we discussed that last year. We looked at doing an amendment last year to this. BG&E has a pilot related to that. I've talked to the federal government folks as well, tracking the recommendations from NTSB, which had been to explore the possibility of that. And the sense of it is that's very promising, but it's not here yet. It still doesn't solve the problem. While a methane detection system would get people out of the building would still explode. So it would be preferable. And when it's ready for prime time, I probably will have a piece of legislation around it. But even with the methane detection system, you could still have significant destruction. The hope would be that you would save lives.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For your question.
Anyone else? If not, hold on. Do we need to adopt the amendments?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Is there a motion on the amendment?
We adopted the amendment, yes.
Oh, we did do
Seconded.
that.
Yes.
We
Okay.
seconded
It was adopted.
Let's adopt it again. Is there a motion on the amendments?
Because it's so good. Move the
Move
amendment.
to adopt the amendment.
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. All right, so now I'm certain we've adopted.
Motion to move favorable with amendment.
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Howard,
No.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Arent,
No.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Chi,
No.
Delegate Walker,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Branch,
Aye.
Delegate Impalaria,
No.
Delegate Wilson,
Aye.
Delegate Mouts,
No.
Delegate Pippi,
Respectfully, no.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Brooks.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I wish to change my vote. I got sidetracked. An email just came in about one of my bills. Apologize. I meant to say yes.
Card laid is a card played.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's funny.
What is that? 15-7, 16-7?
15-8.
No, Lily's favorable.
16-7.
16-7.
You lucked out, Lily.
Got it. That was your one.
Gotta let me play.
One for the year.
Your one.
That doesn't
There
happen.
was hope for you, Lily.
Oh, that's because her bill's coming up next. I see.
I know.
She corrected that quickie.
Yeah, just jump in real quick.
Give me just a second. All right, House Bill 356, please.
Okay, House Bill 356 was on the voting list last week. This bill requires SDAT to study the business filing fees in neighboring states. This bill has one amendment by Delegate Fisher. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, is everybody seeing that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this amendment adds business personal property taxes to what SDAT has to study and try to make more competitive. And that's all.
Delegate Fisher, do you want to speak to your amendment?
Sure. The current bill studies the fees that you pay as a business to the state of Maryland. There's this annual fee that you pay, right? And you file a personal property tax return to SDAT when you pay that fee. However, there's also the personal property tax itself that is levied as a result of that return that you file, and it's levied at the county level. And every county has a different level of tax rates. And some counties have zero, but most counties have the personal property tax. And so the bill, since its goal is to study this issue to see how competitive we are, it seems more holistic to actually really study it. And that's really all this does. It's a study.
Mr. Chair, I have a question.
Delegate Wilson.
Just on that issue, Mark, because, and I guess why I thought this may be its own bill, not specifically an amendment on this one, because we're talking about basically doing a study where are we going to study each county's individual tax, the way each county does the property tax as well as the municipalities? Because it sounds like that's what you're asking us to do, is study what's being attached to that, i.e. the counties, the municipalities, the city, whatever you're also in.
So SDAT, that's a great question. So SDAT already has the spreadsheet, so there would be no study required. They have a spreadsheet of what all the counties charge. This bill actually, the purpose of it is to study the surrounding states. And so we're studying the surrounding states and their counties and see how their counties actually compare to our counties. That's what the amendment is all. That's all the amendment is doing.
Mr. Chair.
Delegate Key, if you're finished, Delegate Fisher.
What?
Oh, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, Matt.
Oh.
You mean, can I speak right now?
Yes.
Because you said the delegate chief, yeah, finished the delegate Fisher.
No, I said, I was trying to say Delegate Key, if you're finished, Delegate Fisher.
Oh, you gotta put the comma in the right place, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Judiciary
thank you,
has an
Mr. Chair.
opening, Delegate Wilson.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate the spirit, the intent of the amendment, but I would rather keep this bill simple to focus on fees, which is a flat fee that all businesses have to pay except for, family farms and the sole proprietors. I don't want to mix tax issues with a fee issue. I think SDED is already excited about this bill. They are ready to do the work. Let's just go forward with that. It's already the second year introducing it. If you really want to do a study or analysis about fairness of or competitiveness of tax issues, that it's a different bill. And I'm happy to introduce the bill next year. I just don't want to complicate the matter at this point. And we didn't really have a discussion about this ahead of time either.
So it's fair enough. So you really can't study, Delegate Chi, the business personal property tax unless you study the business personal property tax, which is what your study is supposed to be doing. It's literally just taking out the fee part of it and saying, well, what do businesses pay on a fee basis? And how does that compare to the surrounding states like Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, and Delaware? And the reason why that's problematic is because it won't be a real study. And the reason I put this amendment on is because I sincerely think it's a big issue. It really is a huge issue. And my concern is, for the businesses of Maryland, I mean, it's a huge issue. In Baltimore City, for example, the business personal property tax is almost at 6% that you pay on your equipment every single year. The same equipment that you purchased like 5 years ago, you're paying 6% on it every year. And so if the amendment isn't accepted, I mean, obviously that's fine. It's not the end of the world. But I would think that the bill then is not being very sincere in trying to solve a problem. In fact, if the amendment isn't adopted, which is the other reason I put it, which is the other reason why I submitted it, is my guess is the real goal is the bill is to try to find ways we can charge more in other areas where we might be charging less. And that's my concern.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't say that this bill would not be much of a study if it's just focusing on the fees. When I was working economic development in Montgomery County, I got an earful from small businesses who thought it was burdensome for them to have to file frequently every year and pay $300, whether they were generating revenues or not. And to be fair, many of my colleagues in the past years have repeatedly filed bills to try to repeal that. So I think there is enough to go forward just for coming up with a new fee structure itself, and it makes a cleaner bill. And I will be happy to work with you in the next session to look comprehensively at how to improve our competitiveness on tax issues, which is a whole new different topic than fees.
Sure. It is, but it isn't. And I just want to finish. It's disingenuous to say that we're concerned about the fee, the flat fee someone pays, which is $300 a year, which is annoying. I agree. I don't like it either for small businesses. But then to say that if I have an equipment rental business, that and that's my business, like I rent like carpet cleaners and stuff like that, you name it, all different kinds of equipment. And I'm located in Montgomery County. And as a result of this personal property tax matter and the annual fee matter, I have to pay Montgomery County, stroke them a check of $35,000 a year because of all the equipment that I have, which is the reality, by the way. So it's kind of odd to say we're really worried about the $300 when you got all these companies that are out there literally saying, I can't wait to get the hell out of Montgomery County because I'm paying $35,000 for the equipment that I already paid for and have to do it every single year. So I'm good with this, obviously, I mean, it's the committee's will. But believe me, I know this issue really well. I can't support a bill that appears to me that its real purpose is to try to find ways of raising the fees, which is really what I think this is.
That is disingenuous, and I do not appreciate the interpretation
Hold on.
of the intent of this
Hold on,
bill.
guys. I should have said something. Let's not go to Delegate Fisher. I don't want, let's just take the bills on its face value of what it says it does, and we'll just, we'll vote on it in that context. I don't want anyone's sort of integrity challenged, and I know that wasn't your intent, but I could see why the delegate took offense. So let's not do that.
Mr. Chair.
Sir.
So obviously I handled this a lot with Fisher over on Ways and Means with the filing fee. Do you currently have any bills in this year to try to do away with the $300 filing fee for the personal property tax?
No, because I put those bills in before at Ways and Means, and as you can imagine, they kill those every year.
All right, because my reasoning is, yes, Delegate Fisher was one of those lead guys trying to do away with the filing fee, $300 fee. I'm just wondering, adding this, I get his merit on it without it, because it's been a long discussion about, is it fair to keep charging those businesses that filing fee, as you know, Delegate Chi, what you alluded to. I just wonder, like, if adding this on there, having them study it a little bit, does it put an unnecessary burden on the bill? So I'll support you 100%, but part of me kind of says this is a conversation that needs to be had a little bit in terms of analyzing it.
Delegate Walker, who was that directed at?
Delegate Chi.
Could you say the last part again? I'm sorry.
Sure. Adding an amendment like this to study it outside of Delegate Fisher may say or how he presents it.
Yeah.
I see it as this is something that's been looming and lingering in terms of should we study our personal property tax in the state of Maryland along with our filing fee. Do you see it as something that is too burdensome on your bill, that it's completely out of left field in terms of what you're trying to accomplish? Because I do kind of see a little similarity, and it is something that needs to be looked at.
Well, I'm not questioning the intent of his argument, and I agree that my intent, and as well as Delegate Fisher's intent, is to make Maryland more competitive with our neighboring jurisdictions. But I try not to mix a fee issue with a tax issue, because Maryland has our own tax issues, which are much more complicated and warrants really serious studies. And I believe, Vice Chair Dumais, in my first year, tried to introduce a bill to comprehensively evaluate Maryland's competitiveness tax structure. And I applaud that, even though the bill did not move, but that is the direction we should go, not to single out one particular tax, but to really look at all of the taxes, to look at how competitive they are. And I don't want to single out one tax and put it on the back of this very simple bill. And this bill is not trying to save the world. This bill is trying to do the fee study according to how competitive we are with the 6 neighboring jurisdictions and come up with a new structure. That's it.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Hold on, let me see if Delegate Walker's finished.
I'll just say, I got you. I mean, sometimes one party spells TAX for tax and the other party spells FEE for fee. And sometimes they do the same thing. So, I'm gonna leave it there. I will support the sponsor of the bill if she thinks it's gonna do something to cause harm to it. I'll give you the support, but I don't think it's completely out of left field, the conversation that Delegate Fisher is trying to bring to the table. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I thought I saw Delegate Brooks trying to get in.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, would that be a violation of Rule 45? It's the similar subject.
Could be.
She's talking about a reduction in the filing fee, a study on the filing fee. Now we're moving over into something, the tax assessments.
I don't know if it would be at 45, maybe 46, which is change of purpose. But I'm not to make that assessment.
It's possible. But the other, if I may, Mr. Chairman, the other piece is we didn't have a hearing to talk about the property taxes. And so anybody that wanted to look at this really only was looking at the filing fees. And I will tell, or not filing, this $300 fee. And I will tell you that there are many people that don't like this particular one, which is the reason to take a look at it. I mean, I remember I've talked to Chairman Pendergrass many times, and she's got a son that's got a small business, and you know, this $300 fee each year or whatever it is really eats into it. So I think this is a good way to get the information we need on this particular fee. And I would suggest we not adopt the amendment.
Anyone else? Have I missed anybody? Delegate Howard. You're got it. Thank you.
So does Delegate Chi, this study one way or the other will be done by SDAC, correct?
This one will be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I plan to support the amendment. I understand what Vice Chair DeMay's concerns are, and we don't want to subvert or go around the committee process. But the fact of the matter is historically we have put these type of bills and they have had committee hearings and they never come out. So I think that it's, you know, prudent, and I don't think it's putting any undue burden on the agency or the bill, quite frankly. And I think it's a more holistic approach to look at this from both perspectives, as far as the fee and the tax.
Anyone else would like to comment on the amendment? If not, is there a motion?
I would move unfavorable.
Second.
Second.
Right. We'll try the unfavorable motion first. If it's unsuccessful, then we will entertain another motion. On the unfavorable motion, all in favor signify by aye.
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 All those opposed say nay.
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 No.
Motion carries, I believe it's 16-7. It's just a wild guess.
I think we had
you're
Delegate
right.
Sheen on that one too.
Don't keep trying.
All right, so
On the
we're
bill,
just, so the
move
bill is,
favorable.
okay,
Second.
bill's just clean then.
Yes,
All right,
I second
Moved
that,
and
Mr.
seconded.
Chairman.
move favorable.
and I heard a second. If there's no further discussion, Madam Vice Chair,
Yes,
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No way.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts,
Yeah, yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria,
Oh,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Yes.
Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker,
Yes.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Aye.
Delegate Aaron's,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charcuti,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
and Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's try House Bill 376. That looks familiar.
it is.
It is
I believe
familiar
we did it last
because
year.
we did it last year. That's right.
I knew it.
Okay, House Bill 376 from Delegate Mouts would essentially keep the tier 1 for the 5 municipal electric utilities at the 2019 levels and have them do tier 2 for a couple of years, and then that falls away. As I say, bill passed out of committee last year, was not taken up by the Senate.
Move favorable.
second.
Moved and seconded for favorable. Any discussion on House Bill 376? Seeing none. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Howard,
Aye.
Delegate Charkoudian,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Aaron's,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Aye. District me.
Delegate Chi. Delegate Chi. You're muted.
Muted.
Aye. Sorry.
Delegate Walker,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts,
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes, for my district.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
and Delegate Brooks.
Aye.
Motion carries. House Bill 457, please.
Okay, this is from Delegate Dumais, the application of the premium tax. Maryland Automobile Insurance Fund has been exempt for some time, and they're simply asking to make that exemption permanent. There is an amendment, if I can figure out where it is on my desk. Here we go, I think. Okay, that's the bill. Sorry, wrong one. Oh, here we go. Yeah. The amendment is clarifying. What it does is it adds MAIF to a list of those that are not required to pay the premium tax. Should have been done in 2017 when the bill came in first.
All right, is there a motion on the amendment?
Move favorable.
Move the amendment.
Move the amendment.
Moved and second. Any discussion on it? If not, all in favor signify by aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Is there a motion?
Move favorable as amended.
Okay. Second.
Discussion? Seeing none. Madam Vice Chair,
Yeah.
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts,
Yes. Yep.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria,
Yes. Yes.
Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker,
Yeah.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Aye.
Delegate Aaron's,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
and Delegate Watson.
Aye.
Motion carries. House Bill 473, please.
House Bill 473, also from Delegate Dumais, deals with change of address and making it easier to actually keep the same account. Where is this? For whatever reason, it's being strange to me. Here we go.
And yeah, there's one amendment.
It's only one amendment. All it does is move the effective date back to July 1st of 2022. Gives them another 9 months to program their computers.
Oh.
Is there a motion on the amendment?
Move the amendment.
Second.
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. On the bill as
And for what it's
amended,
worth, Finance passed it. Finance passed this bill with this amendment on Friday.
is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Favorable as amended.
Second.
Discussion.
What were the votes in finance?
Oh, boy. Always
I think it was unanimous.
Always
Ben
part-
Kramer is the cross cloud. He beat everybody up and made them vote for it.
It's not a
Listen.
puppy.
Don't get him started on the puppies.
Oh, no.
All right, let me keep this on track. We have a motion for favorable. It's been seconded. No discussion. Madam Vice Chair.
Yes.
Delegate Watson. Delegate Watson.
She's muted.
I'm sorry, I said yes.
Thank you. Delegate Crosby.
Aye.
Delegate Howard.
Aye.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Aaron's.
Yes.
Delegate Adams.
Aye.
Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Delegate Walker.
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama.
Aye.
Delegate Branch.
Aye.
Delegate Impalaria.
Yes.
Delegate Wilson.
Yes.
Delegate Mounts.
Yes.
Delegate Pippy.
Yes.
Delegate Jackson.
Yes.
Delegate Carey.
Yes.
Delegate Rogers.
Yes.
Delegate Turner.
Yes.
Delegate Queen.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Delegate Fisher.
Yes.
And Delegate Brooks.
Aye.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Hold tight. Hold tight.
What's wrong?
Laughing at T.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Let's go to House Bill 556.
House Bill 556 from Delegate Davis is a bill that allows Public Service Commission to hold virtual public hearings. They do have to provide notice on site for things like CPCNs and such. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable on House Bill 556.
Chair.
Delegate Impalaria.
Yeah, is there anything in this bill that sunsets this?
No.
Should there be?
I think they were trying to add it on and they asked me to put it in. I think they were trying to add it as another tool in the proverbial toolbox in case something comes up or, you know, like right now they can do it because of the executive order, but any number of things could happen that could prevent them from being able to meet in person. And so they wanted to be able to have this if they still needed to do their work, but this didn't warrant it, and then they would have to cancel their meeting. They had indicated to us during the hearing, I think it was Delegate Charkoudian who asked the question, but I could be mistaken. They still plan to continue doing, their in-person stuff, but they thought that, I guess the pandemic maybe brought it to light that there could come times where they would need to do things virtually, and barring an executive order, they didn't have the statutory authority to do it.
And if I could follow, I wouldn't have a problem if they, going forward, had to do virtual meetings for the public so that more people could watch what they're doing and still had their regular meetings. That would not be a bad situation, that the public had a little more oversight and seeing what was going on with the Public Service Commission, because it does affect everyone, but maybe that's a bill for another day.
It's definitely something we should consider.
Yes.
All right, we're sitting on a favorable, no amendments. If there's no further discussion, Madam Vice Chair?
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Muted. You're
Yes.
muted.
Yes, yes, yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria,
Yes.
Delegate Branch,
Aye.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker,
Yep.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Aye.
Delegate Aaron's,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Motion carries. And House Bill 578, please.
House Bill 578, also from Delegate Davis. There are no amendments. The bill moves back three reporting deadlines for the Public Service Commission and also for DHCD relating to the annual report and relating to weatherization component of an annual report that comes from DHCD to PSC and then PSC to the General Assembly.
It's my understanding that
Favorable.
that'll
Oops,
work.
sorry.
No, that'll work.
Second.
Been moved and seconded for favorable for House Bill 578. Any discussion? If not, Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Howard,
Aye.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Aaron's,
Yay.
Delegate Adams,
Aye.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Walker,
Yep.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Branch,
Aye.
Delegate Impalaria,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Mount,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
and Delegate Brooks.
Aye.
Motion carries. Tell you what, who feels like a consent calendar?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
I got one more question for you. Does anybody want to vote against the unfavorable withdrawn?
No, Mr. Chair.
No.
So everybody can be recorded as aye. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. So the vote for House Bill 117 will be the vote for 117, 144, 287, 431,
That's it.
596.
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
657.
Okay.
So unfavorable withdrawn by the
Yes.
sponsor.
Correct.
Everyone is aye. Thank you all very much. You guys heard it. We're going to be running back and forth on the floor at some point because the Relief Act is coming up later this week. I'm going to ask, and I think Laura is working on it. I want to get the UI subcommittee. I'm expecting to have to vote on this Wednesday or it being on the floor Wednesday. No, of us having to vote Wednesday, guys. So Laura, I'll see if she can pull the UI folks together either Tuesday or Wednesday. And then after they vote, we'll walk you all through it as to what the bill does. I guess generally we're going to get probably Ways and Means staff, since the bulk of this is stuff that's not in our subject matter. Just
Oh, there he is.
so we'll do that. Probably later in the week, I had some amendments done to 606, maybe Wednesday. It's a more of a longer term rate relief, not the governor's one. That's sort of a short term separate thing, but we can do longer term. I want you guys to take a look at for House Bill 606 as well. So those are just a couple of things that are popping up. Remember, we're on the floor, I think, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday.
No.
And then
Thursday and Friday.
Just
what was that?
Just Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
not tomorrow.
Correct.
No.
No.
Hey,
No, that's the following week. I stand corrected. The
Even I knew that,
following
Derek. Come on,
that's
man.
what it is.
Sure,
I'm getting
Mr.
ahead
Chair.
of myself. My
Sure it
mistake.
is. We believe you.
Man.
Chair Davis and Delegate Walker, we're gonna be on the floor tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Chairman, you said, I want to be clear, Tuesday, we have our meeting, right? Economic Matters, Tuesday?
Oh, no, we're meeting every day. Yes.
Oh, every day.
Yeah, I was thinking of floor stuff, but for committee, we're meeting every day.
At 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
1:30, okay. 1:30. Okay.
626.
All right, you guys are starting to look hungry to me, so I'm gonna, okay?
Is there a committee dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Your
Get back
place.
to me. I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, thank you all very much. I know, this went a little later than we had planned, but I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair.
Thanks,
All right,
everyone.
I'll holler
Okay.
tomorrow.
Night, see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.